So many people are panicking that AI is coming for their jobs. In the meantime, I'm stacking skills like a Renaissance gentleman. Here's why that makes me AI-proof and why it'll make you AI-proof too. Dario Amodei, CEO of Anthropic, said something that should make every white-collar worker stop scrolling, sit up, and listen. AI could wipe out half of all entry-level white-collar jobs and spike unemployment 10 to 20% in the next 1 to 5 years. That's not decades. It's not someday. That's a couple of years. It's not going to hit everyone equally. There's one kind of person who's going to thrive. A human being should be able to change a diaper, plan an invasion, butcher a hog, con a ship, design a building, write a sonnet, balance accounts, build a wall, set a bone, comfort the dying, take orders, give orders, cooperate, act alone, solve equations, analyze a new problem, pitch manure, program a computer, cook a tasty meal, fight efficiently, die gallantly. Specialization is for insects. For too long, people have been conditioned to be insects, and that's about to blow up in our faces. In classical education, only slaves were taught a single trade skill that they would do their entire lives. Free men learned the classical liberal arts, not just a trade skill, but how to think critically and apply creative problem solving and learn how to learn and how to adapt. Broadly applicable capabilities like logic, rhetoric, investment, agency. The modern education system, which comes from the 19th century Prussian model, which is designed to turn out obedient factory workers, well, it systematically stamps out all these skills. Logic became don't question authority and trust the experts. Rhetoric got lost in write papers in a predetermined format. Investment, it's a 401k and an index fund. Agency was raise your hand to go to the bathroom. We built an entire education system that trains people to be slaves. We made it all mandatory, and we called it career preparation. I wanted to be an inventor, and then an electronics engineer, and then an actor. I spent a few years working in construction, fast food, low-level office jobs. And then I went to work as a software engineer at Microsoft and AOL and Yahoo. And though I didn't appreciate all the steps along the way, I can't really say I regret any of it. I learned how to learn. When I got laid off, instead of panicking or jumping back into a cubicle, I built a 65,000-line personal finance application using AI as a thinking partner. So what if this actor-inventor thing isn't dead? What if all those years of diverse experience, the coding, the corporate world, the training, the projects, actually prepared me for something bigger than I used to dream of? Finance, user psychology, project management, computer programming, emceeing, fire dancing. They all came together to make me qualified to sidestep over this over-specialization problem that otherwise might have trapped me in. And that's exactly what I did, and that's exactly what I teach. How to use AI as a thinking partner, how to build real projects, not just serve as a really expensive search engine or generate bland, generic responses. I call it the conversation method, and that's how I went from laid-off corporate worker to building a 65,000-line application. Because AI is going to replace specialists, not generalists. AI can code. AI can analyze data. It can design interfaces. What it can't do is exercise agency. It can't decide what problems to solve. It can't adapt to unknown situations. It can't learn entirely new domains on the fly. The radiologist who only reads x-rays, AI is already better at that. A lawyer who only does contract review, AI is coming for that job. The programmer who only writes CRUD applications. Actually, that was dead before AI. The person who understands code and finances and psychology and marketing, that person becomes exponentially more capable with AI because they can connect dots across domains that AI can't even see. But wait, what if you've already got a degree and graduate training and a couple of decades in a specialized field? What then? Well, you can keep specializing, hoping that your narrow expertise continues to be relevant while AI gets smarter and more capable every month. Or you can start thinking like a free person instead of a slave. Picture yourself 18 months from now, sitting across from some 24-year-old HR rep fresh out of college who checks every box except how to serve a real customer, and trying to explain to that person why your 20 years of experience still matters. In the meantime, you have a neighbor who learned coding and user psychology and marketing back during the COVID stuff and just launched his third AI business. This situation isn't happening in some distant future. This is in a year or two. This is now. The time is getting brutally short to get cracking. And here's where to start. Pick a future-proof skill. Marketing and sales, writing and thinking, entrepreneurship, technical know-how. All these map back to the classical arts. Marketing is based on psychology and rhetoric. Writing needs logic and research. Entrepreneurship demands agency and investment. Technical know-how is what gives you execution on all those other arts. Don't just study the arts. Find a project to apply them to. The best way to learn anything is by doing, by having a desired outcome, obstacles that keep you from attaining it, and then overcoming them. Start something and try to sell it. Build anything, even if it's simple, to start building that generalist muscle. Do you want to understand marketing? Try selling something online. Are you curious about technical skills? Build a simple website. Are you interested in writing? Start documenting what you're learning. The world is about to belong to people who can work and think across domains, and the sooner you start, the bigger your advantage. The future belongs to people who can think, learn, and adapt. Over the coming weeks, I'm going to share exactly how I've been using AI to write applications, and I'll show you how to too. If you're watching this after I've published the next one, I will put it right here. Stop living like an insect. The new renaissance is happening right now.